about destruction. The word used here, look at this word in the last word in the first line, vidhi. This word vidhi is very important. It literally, as it says in Professor Radhakrishnan's translation, means to know, literally, but there's a little shade to this meaning. You may not be able to see that thing, but you have to try and understand it. Your senses may not tell you so. Your eyes, your ears, your whatever, your skin may not tell you so, but you have to see it. Your perception may be different, but this is the fact, that which you can't see. That's what we have the word vidhi for, which means to know, but it's know that which is beyond the senses, vidhi. There's a very beautiful story of this in the Ramayana. When Ram, Lakshman and Sita were going to the forest and saying goodbye to everyone, Lakshman touched Sumitra's feet. Who was Sumitra? Go on. Sumitra was Lakshman's mother. He touched Sumitra's feet, and in the Valmiki Ramayana, which is the authentic Ramayana, we're going to have examples of Tulsidas Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, and so on. The Valmiki Ramayana is the original Ramayana. Sumitra says a very beautiful thing as she gives Lakshman her blessing. He says, Raman Dashratam Vidhi, Mam Vidhi Janakatmaja, Ayodhyam Ataha Vidhi, Gachata Yata Sukham. In this verse, she said the word Vidhi 3 times. This is it. Raman Dashratam Vidhi, Mam Vidhi Janakatmaja, Ayodhyam Ataha Vidhi, Gachata Yata Sukham. 3 times the word Vidhi is used. The literal translation, Lakshman, you're going to the forest, then know Ram to be Dashrath. Who's Dashrath? Yeah, it's my father. Your mind may tell you that Ram is your older brother, but know that Ram is your father, and you have these thoughts that he's a brother. Don't have those thoughts. Just tell yourself he's a father. Do not think that Ram is Dashrath, but know that Ram is Dashrath. Next, know that Sita is your mother, like me. Yeah? Know, Vidhi again. Know that the forest in which you reside is Ayodhya, because your senses may tell you that Ayodhya has a beautiful place with comfortable living facilities, a bed, an amazing blanket, pillows, but the forest where you live will have wild animals, you'll always be in a move, you continuously be looking for fruits, but just know that it's Ayodhya. And if you're able to know all of these 3 things, then you'll be happy wherever you go. The word vidhi is used. So even here, Shri Krishna is saying, know you that by which all this is pervaded is indestructible. Your senses, your eyes may not tell you. You can't see the soul from your eyes. You can't hear it from your ears. But just know you, by that which is all this pervaded, is indestructible. That's the meaning of the verb vidhi. So, then the question may arise in Arjun's mind. Then what is that which we call death? If this is the soul, if it's impossible to destroy the soul, then what is it that what gets killed? The next verse answers this. Verse 18. Antavanta ime deha, Antavanta ime deha, Nitya sokata sarina, Nitya sokata sarina, Anashino prayam yasya, Anashino prayam yasya, Tasmad yudyasva bharata, Tasmad yudyasva bharata. Okay. It is said that these bodies of the eternal embodied soul, which is indestructible and incomprehensible, come to an end. Therefore fight, O Bharat. What's the word? Bharat. Go on, Veena. What's the meaning of the word Bharat? Which means Indian. It means it's a country where we're from, India. What is Indianness? Go on, Veena. Loads of meanings. The 4 main ones. Again, referring to the notes. Everyone's cheating in this exam.
Knowledgeable.
Huh?
Knowledgeable.
The one who's attracted to light. One who's attracted to beauty. Not beauty of looks, but beauty of thought. One who has a habit of experimentation. And one who has light with him, who has that radiance, he gives that radiance to others. And we explained that in detail last time. We also explained the 3 people after whom the word Bharat is named is Rishabdev's descendant, Bharat, who is a representation of Gnan, knowledge, Ram's younger brother, Bharat, who is a representation of Yagna, sacrifice, and also Bharat, who is the ancestor of the Pandavas and the Kurus, who represented bravery. At the age of 6, he faced a wild, fully So in the same way, the word vanta is used in the form antavanta, meaning that which comes to an end. This is exactly what the body is like. The most unknowledgeable, ignorant people in this world are the ones that believe that they're the body and not the soul. It's scientifically proven by biologists that in 7 years, each and every cell of your body changes. Not a thing, even your brain cells change. You can remember what you did 40 years ago, even though if you show someone a photo of what they're like when they were 10, 20, 30, 40, only the people close to them will recognize that this is the same person. Nobody else would recognize it. You're not the same person. Your body always changing. So you can't say scientifically, not directly, scientifically it's proven that you're not the body. But those people that still think they're the body, most ignorant people of all. So that's the basic ignorance of human beings, and that's the reason for all sorrows, this identification with the body. People always think to themselves as different, something else. If someone's riding a horse, then he'll never say that I'm the horse, because he knows that I'm the man, this is the horse, I'm the man that's riding the horse. If a person spent his whole life inside the house, he's not going to say that I'm the house. I'm the person residing within the house. So he knows that these four walls and the roof are the house, and he's the person living inside the house. That's the same way people always see themselves as different from something else. But when it comes to the question of the body and the soul, then the ignorance just starts there. This person thinks that I'm only here because of the body. This is ignorance. You're not the body, but you're the person residing within the body. You may have experienced this. Did you do meditation earlier? You may have experienced this earlier. You are indestructible, you're eternal, you're immeasurable, whereas the body is destructible, temporary, and measurable. That's why Shri Krishna tells Arjuna to fight, because these people are going to get finished anyway. They're going to get eliminated, they're going to die, they're temporary, they're going to die anyway. So if you don't kill Bhishma, Drona, Duryodhana and others, they're going to get killed because their ends are near. So when a bottle of medicine comes out of a medicine factory, it has an expiry date written in there. It's certain. It's also certain when the body will come to an end. Someone may have explained earlier that you don't have a set number of years sometimes in your life, but you have a set number of breaths. So she did the meditation, the slow breathing is very, very important. You slow down your breathing, you lengthen your life. So if Arjuna does not kill these people, then somebody else will. They're all temporary, and that's why Arjuna is told by Sri Krishna to fight. Now Arjuna is thinking, Lord, yes, what you're saying is true. These people's bodies are going to get eliminated, and they're going to die. But why should I kill them? Why should I have to grieve by being the person that has to kill them? I don't want to grieve for something like this. I could not kill them and let them die after 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Why should I kill them? It's a very, very logical argument of Arjuna's. And Sri Krishna gives the answer to this in the next verse. If you read these verses without the commentary, and you see their Samkhya theory, then you won't be able to see the link between the verses, because it's all related to Arjuna's mindset. When you get explained to them, questions come into your mind, the whole Gita is written because it knows your psychology. It knows how you think. And as I was writing it, the question in my life at that time got answered like that. And the same thing will happen to you as you come to these classes. Your question will get answered. There's 3,000 pages of commentary. Each and every one of your questions will be answered. Guaranteed. Okay? Shri Krishna answers Arjuna's questions by not even having him ask the questions. He knows the state of his mind. So that's why each of these verses are very much linked when you look at Arjuna's mindset and his thinking. Okay, verse 19. Everyone with me? Last week was very complicated. We went through, just as a recap of last time, we explained all the different things, how you understand Gatasun and Agatasun. We don't say a person that's been killed and a person that's alive. We say a person with the body and a person without the body, because you're the soul and not the body. So we explained, Mira is going to explain once to us. There's A to F. Go on.
I came half an hour late, so...
No, last time. Yeah, you were there. You asked me to slow down. I remember.
Someone help me out.
Okay. Okay, explain, imagine it. Yeah, you want to read it out to us.
So, A is the soul, so that's the king. B is the intellect, which is seen as the queen. C is the conscious soul.
Conscious mind.
Conscious mind, okay. Which is the deputy prime minister. D is the life force, so the security guard. E is the body and the senses, so the head servant or the butler. And F is the world, so all the things, which is the palace.
Palace.
Right?
The palace. Everyone got to repeat? Repeat? Go on.
Okay, so A is the soul, which is the king. B is the intellect, which is the queen. C is the conscious mind, the deputy prime minister. D is the life force, so the security guard. E is the body and the senses, so the head servant. And F is the world, so all the things, which is the colors.
Excellent. Well, listen. So we said when it's Gatasun or Gatasun, the king, the queen, and the prime minister, they're the inner chamber. They stay whatever happens. Even the rest of them go. If the servants, the head servant, the bodyguard goes away, they'll always be there. And it doesn't matter to the king. It doesn't matter to the head servant. So it doesn't matter to the head servant. He's lost his job. Doesn't matter to the king. Doesn't matter to the queen who the servant is stationed outside. So when you've lost the body, you lose, the world goes away because the world only exists because you exist. If you don't exist, the world doesn't exist. So the world, the body, the senses, the body is the controller of the senses. The head servant, you can't have an arm on its own. You need the head servant. And also the conscious mind goes away. So all these people, conscious mind, who is the conscious mind, Nera? Deputy Prime Minister. Deputy Prime Minister goes away. So all these people go away with that inner core, the soul, the intellect, and the subconscious mind stay, whichever state. Agatasun, gatasun. So it's not whether you live or die, it's whether you've got a body or not. It's like the phases of the moon. It gets dark, then it comes back to light. It gets dark, it comes back to light. A lot of detail went into. Okay, let's go into verse 20. Okay. Oh, 19, sorry, verse 19, okay. Ya enam veti hantaram. Ya enam veti hantaram. Yaschainam manyate hatam. Yaschainam manyate hatam. Ubautau na vijanito. Ubautau na vijanito. Na ayam hanti na hanyate. Na ayam hanti na hanyate. He who thinks that this slays and he who thinks that this is slain, both of them fail to perceive the truth. This one neither slays nor is slain. So that's Arjun's question in his mind. Why should I leave? Why I should just leave them and let them die in 5 years? So Sri Krishna answers that. He who thinks that this slays and he who thinks that this is slain, both of them fail to perceive the truth. This one neither slays nor is slain. So Sri Krishna is saying that Arjun's whole thinking is wrong. That he's thinking that he's killing someone and the other person is being killed. The soul can never kill. The soul can never be killed. It's a body that kills and it's the body that can be killed. It's Arjun's body that will kill another body because his soul can never kill another soul, nor can it be killed by another soul. Shri Krishna is telling Arjun to get rid of this narrow way of thinking. So the soul is crying out because it's universal, and Arjun's thinking that he'll have to kill his dear ones because everyone's bodies will be eliminated. Well, because his relations will be eliminated. But when a body dies, these relations end with it. But therefore, Arjun should not need to worry about it because he's not the body, and therefore the body doesn't have these relations. It's the soul. And he has a relationship with everyone else because he's the same as them. They're all souls. It's not he just related to few people. He related to each and every creature in the world because you're part of the same thing. We used the example last time, like a fire. When you have bonfire night, pieces of the fire come out the fire and separate. But those pieces come back, link up with the fire. You've been separated from the universal soul. You become the individual soul with the ego. And it's part of going back, which is yoga. Yoga comes the word yuja, which means to join. And that's what it's about. So Arjun should not worry about these things. He who knows about the immortality of the soul, he's always at peace. This 18th and 19th verse come in a slightly amended form in the Katha Upanishad. In that same way, is that where the soul gets a form, and for a short time, it has these happiness, pleasures and pain, but there's no reason to be happy, because the soul just becomes with form and becomes formless again. The soul's the same, it's just that form and that body that changes. And therefore, there's no reason to cry either when you get that body and hence those pleasures and those pains. So you must learn to just have this in our minds. Whenever you get that pay slip, or whenever you get that rude email, just think that this is the body, these are relationships, contacts with material objects. Not material objects, but matter. You gave the definition earlier. Matter, matra. Okay, verse 20 now. We're keen to get through this verse. Na chayate miryate bakatachin. Na chayate miryate bakatachin. Na ayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuya. Na ayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuya. Ajo nitya shasvato yam purano. Ajo nitya shasvato ayam purano. Na hanyate hanya mane sharire. Na hanyate hanya mane sharire. He is never born, nor does he die at any time, nor having once come to be, will he again cease to be. He is unborn, eternal, permanent, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. So the Lord here is repeating exactly what he said before, but in a different way. The soul doesn't go away with the body. When the body comes back and goes back again, and when the next body comes, the soul is continuous. It's always there. The soul has been around forever, and therefore it's not old, it's not new, it's always been there. So Sri Krishna is telling Arjun to understand the soul, it's not new, it's not old, it's permanent, it's primeval, it's unborn, it's eternal. Emerson, who knows about the thinker Emerson in America?